I was down in Cambridge recently, and to be utterly fair, whole new level of graffiti. I was in their railway station and I noticed on the wall, Vanessa Phipps Potts is profligate with Emma's favours. I have to say, it's not fair just to have a go at the Southerners. I was coming back through Wigan and I noticed in their railway station, Mel equals slag. Didn't compare brilliantly, if I'm completely honest with you.
Well, so I was on the cross trainer. I'd been on it for about a minute, by which time my life had already flashed before my eyes. And then I became aware that someone had climbed on the machine next to me. Now, you don't need to look at them. Nothing is said, but a non-verbal contract passes between you, which basically means race time! We're off! So I kept going. I got to about 5 minutes, by which time I started to hallucinate. And on my left-hand side, I could see my thin subconscious jumping for joy. Come on, Bex, we're going to win this. And on the right-hand side, I could see my fat subconscious, who had fashioned a noose out of some spare strawberry laces and was proceeding to hang itself. Come on, we're going to win. I kept going. I got about 10 minutes. I thought, by this time, I could feel my heartbeat in my eyeballs. I kept going, but it's no use. It's just a pointless battle. I slammed my hand down on the stop button. Defeated and demoralised, I climbed up and turned to face my opponent and congratulate them. To realise I had in fact been racing my own reflection in a mirror. Now, that's a race I could never win!
Words, you see, words are very important to relationships as well. I was listening to local radio in Lancaster and they had one of these love dedication hours, and there was this dedication and it started off quite sweet, but see if you can spot where he sport the tone. Started off with, "Dear Laura, first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes and the moon and the stars were the gift you gave to the dark and empty sky, my love. I love your body and soul. From Fat Darren." Which, it begs a couple of questions. A, if that's her pet name for him, stop. And B, is there a very thin Darren somewhere that's now very confused, going, "I thought she was mine"?
I've been standing here for hours, singing songs to make you smile. Songs that make you think of happy times that you might not have thought of for a while. They make you think of boyfriends and girlfriends, friends and relatives, things you thought you had forgotten. You look at me and I smile back at you, but you walk past and don't put any money in my case, do you know, you bastards? You bastards. I've been standing here for days. It's rained and snowed, I'm fucking freezing. An Alsatian pissed in my case. A child saw me and started screaming. I start singing sad songs, depressing songs, all bitter and twisted. Songs to make you feel as miserable as I do. You look at me and I snarl back at you. I won't be held responsible for what I might do to you, you bastards. You bastards. I've been standing here for weeks. I've drunk a little too much coffee. In 2 weeks, I've made £5.95, just enough for a Pizza Hut buffet. At one point, a little lad asked for a photo, but then he happily slapped me so he could get an ASBO. I can't say much more. I've been at this for 5 months, but now the police are going to arrest me because I haven't got a licence, you bastards. You bastards. So if you ever see a busker singing songs and looking sad, don't put any money in his case, even if it makes him mad. Just tell him to stop wasting your time and his time and everybody else's. There really are no career prospects in this. It's time to grow up. The real world you must enter. So get your ass down to the job centre and get a proper job. Get a proper job. Thank you.
I'm 28, just turned, rocking on towards 30. I am beginning to feel my age. I think there's a couple of signs where you can tell this. I was delighted the other week because I got ID'd in a pub. It was fantastic. If anybody's young in the audience, just trust me on this. There's a time in your life when that stops being embarrassing and starts becoming a triumph. I was whipping my driving licence out with alacrity so he could turn around and go, "Oh," until he turned around and went, "No, sorry, I was only joking." Always the biggest laugh, I've noticed.
Men seem to have more moisturisers and cleansers nowadays than I've had bikini waxes. And we need to redress this balance. So I feel that I'm going to cover this issue through the means of song, and we're going to have a little love song. So, I never thought I'd find someone I could call my own. someone to stand by my side, someone to whom I could confide. I never thought I'd hold you near, whispering sweet things in my ear. I say let's do it, I don't want to wait, but he says I can't, not on the first date. What? Oh no, here we go again. Another man with feelings. The last guy was far too sensitive, it really isn't appealing. Guy number two, I'd seen for a week. He made me dinner and talked about his emotions. I tried not to laugh into my bolognese as he declared his undying devotion. Oh God, why does this keep happening? Where have all the good men gone? We wanted to make them more like us, but our plan has gone horribly wrong. We've made them become all sensitive. They're in touch with their feminine side. But I want a man who whisks me off my feet, not one who watches Dirty Dancing and cries. So pull yourselves together. We brought it on ourselves, girls. What the hell are we gonna do? It's supposed to be the women who are psychotic, but now the men are completely neurotic. We created a monster, but wondered they're back who will bite. We want our alpha males back, guys, the ones who used to get into fights.
You know it. Can we have a huge round of applause for our winner, Rebecca? We received a cheque for £750. And Lynne, she's a lecturer after all, she doesn't really need the money, but she was wonderful. She receives a cheque for £250.